Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Graham? How's it going?
Yo,
June 7th, Saturday morning. Coco Gauff is currently winning in the French Open Women's Final to win. I think this would be her um, second or third Grand Slam win. That's where we are in the time at this point.
so when they
How's
when
it
they
going?
find this
Like
podcast in 10 years, they'll know what's happening.
timestamp. That's it's needed. How's it going, buddy? Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. What
Anything
about you?
happened in the last couple of weeks of
Nope.
significance?
None of my
Nothing?
teams start doing anything. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do Knicks stuff first, or do you want to talk about the current NBA Finals
Let's
first?
talk about the finals that I'm definitely watching.
Dude, you gotta watch it. Why? Why wouldn't you watch?
I never watch.
What are you talking about?
I watched like Nuggets, Heat, probably. I think I just like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna if I'm doing nothing like tonight. I am gonna be home like by myself. I'll probably have it on the computer, but
They play Sunday.
so that I won't watch. I
Why?
just
What
like
are you gonna be doing Sunday?
something else. I don't know. Like I'd rather like
Do
watch a
you
Mets
watch?
game.
Do you watch? You watch NFL playoff games? You watch everyone, right?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, dude.
I don't
Also,
like. I didn't watch the World Series.
what? I didn't
Yeah,
either. I didn't either.
I don't know. It's weird. But like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think I
Did
just
you?
was so there was so like I was so emotionally invested for like a month that I just like I'm happy to just be done.
Also, I mean, everyone's talking about it everywhere. The aura that ESPN is just taken away
Yeah,
from
it's
the
rough.
NBA Finals is they don't do like player intros. There's nothing on the court, no scripts. They don't even have. Yeah, the only thing YouTube TV has the pause button like in the bar is the
Yeah, I
Larry
saw it.
O'Brien. That's the only thing.
And like the score bug is gold.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
Um,
I turned on the game. Actually, I will say I turned on the game for 30 seconds in the fourth quarter when it was like a 9 point game, and I see one possession, and Miles Turner hits a step back bank three, and I was like, I'm actually just done with this. I'm not gonna watch this right now, and so I turned it off.
but that so they cut
I
it
really
down to
don't want them
six.
to win, so it's tough.
Oh, so you wouldn't even do a hate watch, dude? I don't really want the Thunder to win though either.
Well,
I mean, who are you choosing, Haliburton or Shifless?
you and all the other Celtics diehards are jumping up and down in their living rooms for the Pacers.
Dude, that tweet from what was
I
that
keep
guy's name?
seeing I don't know, Celtic something. I keep seeing like many tweets like that from lots of accounts.
I
It's
see
one of the weirdest
all of
things.
them about the Brunson hate.
Which like fine, but I still don't really get that. Like, why does Celtics fans hate Brunson? Just because it's just because he eliminated them?
Well, dude, fucking Mitchell Robinson eliminated us,
That's true.
and Mikal Bridges for the last 5 minutes
Yep.
just threw his defense in every other game. Um, yeah, I don't know why Celtics fans aren't a fan.
Okay. Here's part of why I think it's happening. Like at least I've seen a bunch of Celtics fans being like, see, like we told y'all last year the Pacers were the toughest team we had to play. All this stuff, like, and it's like almost like they're trying to like hype up their playoff run last year more. I don't know. It's all very strange.
I think there's a little bit of that. Even before I like the playoffs even started, they were talking about like, oh my god, we have to play the Pacers with their devil magic again, and that was when we were the most
Dude, you
confident
swept them.
franchise. I know, but I mean, Hallie didn't play one of those games. Did Hallie,
That's
by
fair.
the way, how many points did he have in game one?
All right. Do you want to talk about this right now? Like, do you want to have the Hallie conversation?
Dude, I don't care. He's not top 10.
Okay, so this is what I want to say. It's so frustrating to me that like people talk about him in such like absolutes where it's either like he is so completely garbage, look at his stat line right now, or he's the best player in the league, look at these shots. He is an insanely good clutch performer. He has consistently risen to the top, but like you don't discount the fact that like he pretty consistently plays pretty mid for the first like
He didn't do
46 minutes of a
anything in
game.
the first
He's
half.
not a top 10 player. And
No.
it's so ESPN coded to like have the conversation of like, is Tyrese a superstar? Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, they came back in that game because of players that weren't him, and then he hit the biggest shot in the game for sure. But it's crazy to me that people like can watch what someone like Donovan Mitchell or Jalen Brunson does over the course of an entire game. Every single game they show
Yeah,
up, they
yeah,
score
yeah.
30 plus in every single playoff game. And just because Tyrese hits like really important shots, really big clutch shots, he's not better than them. It's bullshit.
I think I think a turning point in the discourse was I don't know, remember what game it was against you guys? The like 35-point triple double.
Yeah, that was a game I was
That
at.
was it was like one of the best games in
It was
the
insane.
playoffs so far by far. And then people were like,
Yes.
"Holy shit, maybe I was." The people who were basically rational were like, "Holy shit, maybe I was wrong," and he is actually top 10. Um, but then the next game he had like 8 points,
I know, and that's why, like, yeah,
and
that's a really good
that's
game.
probably his
But
biggest knock right now. And I think it's weird too. The young players, it's always hard to judge them. I mean, as like a Tatum fan, it was like this for the longest time as well before he got one, or just like had these like consecutive top six player seasons in the regular season. And I feel like it's that way with Ants right now at this point as well. They're just not consistent enough at this point. They're also is Tyrese even 25 yet?
he's 24 or 25 right
Yeah,
now.
so like they're not even 25 yet.
But
So
also, like, if we look at first of all, if we look at Jason Tatum's playoffs when he was 24 and 25 years old, and you think like, oh, he underperformed, dude, Tyrese is averaging 18 points per
yeah,
game in
yeah,
the playoffs this year. Tatum was averaging, these are his playoff per game averages in the past 7 years: 28, 25, 27, 26, 30, 26. Like, there are levels to this. He's
dude.
not, he's not on the level
You
of these top superstars.
uh, you saying this just makes me. I know you are being genuine. It still just makes me angry that all
I know.
this Tatum hate love is just coming now that he's hurt. And obviously that always happens. It's like when someone died, like Jim Irsay, apparently the greatest dude of
Yeah,
all.
this is so, the Jim Irsay stuff is so weird.
I did know that people liked him. I didn't know he
I'm
was
sure
like.
he's a nice guy, I guess, but like,
I guess he did give a lot of money away, and he was just like would tell his assistant. I heard this funny
yeah.
story on like McAfee at this thing. It was just a collection of people that he had worked with throughout his time as like a billionaire. Coco Golf, Championship Point, um, and it's just like when like the wildfires happened, he was just like, "Hey, you got to send every single person their money. We don't know." And then they're like, and then he's like, "Well, I don't know how we're gonna do that, but you figure that out." And then like these people will just have to like spend a year trying to figure out logistically
Yeah.
how to get these people money. And like the killer whale or whatever that got separated. Do you remember this story?
No.
It's like a couple years ago. A killer whale got like separated from its mom by way of a zoo, and he was like, "I am going to retrofit a U.S. military plane to fly this whale from Miami back to his mom in Seattle to swim together again." And he was like almost doing that, but it was like, "Oh wait, this is logistically impossible. It's not gonna happen."
That's
But
funny.
apparently that was him. All that to talk about how we do speak of a
Sure.
not
Yeah,
that
obviously.
dead, but like people that are gone.
But I'm just using him as an example of like has played like the most playoff games of the past 5 years. But even look at like Jalen Brunson. Dude, Jalen Brunson over the past 3 years has played 42 playoff games and averages 30 on the dot. Like, it's just if
It is
if
crazy.
Tyrese had a single game with Jalen Brunson's average stat line, they'd be like, this guy is obviously a top 10 player. I'm like, he's not. He's just not.
It's
Even if they
crazy
win the
to the
championship, he's not.
Brunson. It's crazy the Brunson. On the flip side, everybody talking like he can't win just because of his defense or whatever. But never, dude. What is going this? Are you watching this Coco?
No, I
She
never
had
had that.
championship point, and then Sabalenka just had a break point, but she lost.
Right.
Deuce.
Choke off.
Sure, yeah. Um,
Like, Hallie's great. He's extremely good.
and he's
I
young,
respect
and
him
he
a
might
lot.
be like a top five player at some point.
No, there's no way. But like, the way that with what we value in this league, like, you're not a top 10 player averaging 18 points per game in the playoffs. And I know he does other things, but like, I'm sorry, it's just we weren't calling Chris Paul a top 10 player when he was in the playoffs doing with the Suns. I'm talking about when he was probably averaging like 18, 9 points per game. Like, no one was saying the same thing about him. He also never turned the ball over. He also, like, I don't know. The shots are really important, but I don't think making a bunch of clutch shots at the end of games elevates you from like top 15 to like Brunson, Tatum, Edwards conversation. Well, Edwards is kind of trash, but Brunson,
Dude,
Tatum
Ant stinks.
conversations, you know?
Oh, Coco, French Open champion. Let's go. Another
Congrats.
win for America, baby.
Yep.
God, it feels good to be us.
Defeating the Russians yet again.
Well, we don't know where Sabalenka is from.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
know.
see
It's
a
hard to
flag.
tell.
I didn't see a flag. Oh man, that rules. Coco's a good gal. I know her personally.
Yeah.
Um,
You guys trained
yeah,
together, right?
yeah, we trained together in I think she's from Cali. Yeah, we know each other. We go back. Yeah, I agree. All this to say, we haven't spoken about this actual series at all. We just talked about. I'm with you, dude. You know, I have any chance I have to jump on
I
Hallie's
know.
back. Yeah. What about Shy, dude? You like him?
I mean, they'll be all right.
Dude, I mean, he played like damn near a
They played amazing.
perfect game. Yeah. Is Shy actually good at defense?
No, well, he's not bad. That's the thing. Is like I feel like a lot of pretty much every other like superstar guard is like pretty trash at defense. He's not that, but he's not like they still will like hunt him on switches and stuff.
I've seen
But
him get this subbed out for defensive.
he holds
Um,
his own more than like Brunson or Trey Young or like that type of player. You
the
know?
only thing I will say, they had like I've seen this clip all the time calling like I can't believe people call Shy a two-way guard, and then
Yeah,
they show the clip of Nemhard doing that shit. I'm like,
yeah.
dude, Fisher does that to a best defender once a game.
Can I just say, too much glaze on that clip? It's a great move, but it's like I don't think it was that crazy.
No, it wasn't, and I watched that in real time with Ennis Freedom, and I go, that was a horrible shot, dude. Like this, Andrew Nemhard is the one who's taking your shots in the like most clutch points this so far.
Like it was a great shot, but it wasn't like everyone's like I didn't know he had this bag. It was just like a pretty
Dude,
regular
Pritchard
step
does that
back
once
for
a
a game.
game.
Yeah, that's like a
Genuinely.
yeah.
Also, it's crazy because we all know, like, those guys are all, like, all those bench players on the Pacers. We talk about them all the time just because I guess we know their names.
Yeah.
Just because I guess because Rick Carlisle plays them all the time. Dude, they're all like minus
Yeah, they're all
in the
pretty bad.
playoffs. But that's crazy because you think like, holy shit, the Pacers are just so deep, but not actually like they're not winning games for them.
Yeah, especially I mean, especially against a team like the Thunder, like TJ McConnell's in the game. That's just not what you want.
Dude, and he played well.
But dude, like they won. I don't know. It's I think if everyone's just going to continue to discount the Pacers and like odds are they'll probably go up 2-1 some way somehow. Like I don't know. It's tricky.
Dude, I told you, and I wasn't trying to jinx you, but when you went up, when like Tatum went down, basically, I mean, like everyone knew it was over. You just didn't want to admit it because you didn't want to jinx. And I'm like, dude, to be fair, like you and the Pacers just like deserved it. There was no flukes with the way that they beat
No.
the they beat the Cavs, and you guys beat the Celtics. It like wasn't fluky, and they weren't the worst team in those series, either you or the Pacers. So.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of Knicks. We'll get to the Knicks larger conversation later, but I think a lot of the Knicks fans are frustrated because like, oh, like we have more talent than the Pacers on paper, and like that's true, but like they just like we
Dude, they
didn't play
played
bad.
better.
We didn't play bad. They just played
Yeah.
better than us, and yeah, like you can just say we have more talent. Like you can be like, oh, we have the first and third and fourth and sixth and best players in the series. It doesn't really matter. Like those guys didn't play like that.
Yeah,
Pascal
a
Siakam
guy.
played better
Yeah,
than Towns. Like I don't know.
I think
The right
Celtics
teams made
fans
the
can still
finals.
say that just because we dominated the first 3.5 quarters of every single game, and then we would just choke. I don't, dude. It was like it needs to be studied. Just the way they're just like pissed on down their leg every single end of those games, and it just was laughable how we couldn't move the ball or do anything.
Yeah, and obviously it was game one and game two, but game one felt like we like earned it. Game two it was the real one that I was like, you guys just like completely
Yeah,
shoot that one
I
away.
mean
Like,
that's how I felt. Yeah,
I
it's.
just I always think about that Tatum three in the corner that he missed, the wide open one, when there was like a 2-on-1 at the basket, and I was just like,
I mean, I always say that, and I think I said it on here. The kiss of death is the Pritchard ISO ball under 3 minutes for in the fourth quarter, or really any ISO ball, because like that's just not what we did the rest of the regular season or
no,
how we won basketball games in the last 3 years. Like we have like arguably the best backcourt and the best ball dominant wings, yeah, and then they just play ISO ball and get a shitty like step back, and that's the kiss of death for the Celtics. Um, Thunder are still gonna win this game this series in six or
I mean, if you think they're gonna win in six, then you think they're gonna win four of the next five. You think that's gonna happen?
I think no. I'm asking you. I think the Pacers are gonna win on Sunday.
I don't. I have Thunder in seven now.
What's the
Like
line?
my original take was Thunder in
Thunder
five.
in
I think it's Thunder in
seven.
seven now.
Yeah, I kind of had. If it goes to seven, I think I like the Pacers.
The Pacers just need to go 2-3 in the next five games to force a game seven.
Just the line
On the series.
on games too.
OKC minus 9.5.
Yeah, 10.5. It was 9.5 game one, 10.5 tonight or tomorrow night.
Do we know the line for the series? You got that anywhere?
I'm just on ESPN. Oh wait, I can show more odds. You ever done ESPN bet? No free ads?
No. All right, what do you think the line is on the series?
Uh, the money lines kind of confuse me.
Oh,
I'll say the Thunder minus 400.
yeah, minus 330. So they're not overreacting.
Yeah. Um, we should anything else on the series?
I don't know.
Dude,
It's
Lou Dort. I am so. I think it's so insane that they Pacers won this game because Lou Dort's threes just didn't even
threes.
hit the rim. They
I
were,
know.
dude, and I know you didn't watch. They were just water every single time.
And he's been like pretty bad from three the whole playoffs too. So
The
that was
whole playoffs, dude. He's been like pretty bad in general. I mean, obviously his
yeah,
defense is always like top tier, but yeah. Dude, also Caruso, he's so good, dude.
yeah,
I mean, that's not a hot take, like, but he is so good with the ball too. Like, I mean, he finishes, and I don't know. Like sometimes he is kind of like a spark plug offensively. Obviously, you get in the defense,
yeah. I
but
think
I
they're gonna
think
play him more.
offensively,
I think that as the series goes, they're gonna play Hartenstein less. I don't feel like Hartenstein didn't even play that much, did he? He didn't start, right?
no,
Yeah,
they
he only played 17
went away
minutes.
with the double bigs. Yeah.
I think his minutes will continue to go down, and Caruso's will go up because Caruso can guard Siakam and guard Haliburton and guard Neesmith and anyone. So
Dude, his game 7 against the Thunder, I mean against the Nuggets, what Caruso did
that was one of the
on Jokic,
craziest things.
dude, they literally were just wrestling. They were like literally just wrestling the entire game. It was cool. Um,
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna overreact to who's gonna win the series unless the Pacers win on tomorrow, and then I'll be like, okay, like still in my head, I just see no path to like the Pacers, like us waking up and the Pacers being the NBA champion. That would be one of the, like the most shocking champions in the history of the league. It would be probably, I mean, we've never seen a team have a champion with like this low down of a ranked star player. Even it's crazy.
yeah, they give energy of those Jimmy Butler Heat
Yeah,
teams that went to the finals every other year, like us and the Celtics just traded. But the Heat have like Spo, you know that's what you're getting, and it's not like obviously basketball is huge in Indianapolis, but like it's Spo is Spo, you know.
yeah.
So you know that they're always going to be competitive. Last thing, do you have any other things on the finals?
No.
Dude, I've seen it all over Twitter. The ratings police of any sporting event, dude. I mean, I guess they're right when it comes to you because you're not even gonna watch.
But it doesn't even matter. That's why I'm just like,
Dude,
who cares?
why are people ever? Who is watching a sporting event and being like, "I'm gonna enjoy this less because I know not as many people are watching this." It's the worst. Why does it affect anything at all besides? I don't know. I guess maybe if it's basically, I feel like a lot of it is just people, right wing people, being like the NBA's gone woke.
Yeah, they're trying to use it as another data point to say that
Yeah.
NBA is washed. It's all the same people, by the way, who like say that players in the MLB are like so overpaid in a league that like doesn't have a salary cap. It's just like, why do you care how much like a player on your team is making? It's not your money, and like it's not going to affect anything. Everyone's like, he's Juan Soto is not worth 70 million. I'm just like, probably not, but like I don't really care. It's not my money. Like I don't know.
Who?
It's so weird
Yeah. How does MLB make so much money?
because they have 162 games.
That's what I was just gonna say. You just have a billion games. Wait, what? So they're not doing ESPN next year?
For what?
MLB.
Is that true?
Yeah, I heard. I thought that was true.
That's fine. Their broadcast is atrocious. So
Dude, but where am I gonna be able to watch MLB games? They don't even have MLB TV on YouTube TV anymore.
yeah, that's true.
It's
Um,
brutal.
get what's it called? MLB TV. The
The
streaming.
MLB like League Pass, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
never gonna
You're not
happen,
doing that.
dude. That's never gonna happen.
You're better off just getting minor league league pass for MLB, so you can watch Roman Anthony in 6 years still playing in AAA.
So why are we calling him up? Because it would mean if he won Rookie of the Year or something, we would have to pay him more money.
Not anymore, because it's
So now
enough
we're
time has
just
passed.
okay, cool. So now we just that's cool. That's
But
cool.
also keep in mind that if you had called him up before the year started or within 2 weeks, and then he did win Rookie of the Year, you guys would have gotten an extra first round draft pick.
We would have got another.
Yeah.
Thank God we own one of the most valuable franchises in the MLB, and we are scared of paying our future, our
Yeah.
hopeful
Okay. Speaking of
franchise
this,
player a
can I just say
trillion
something
dollars.
which you're gonna think this is satire and it's not, I promise. Like once a month, I remember that a top three biggest market franchise team traded away like a completely in his prime superstar, charismatic face of the franchise guy for pennies on the dollar. And honestly, it blows my mind that trade actually happened, that the Mookie Betts trade happened. It's like we never ever ever see that. Every single other big superstar in the big markets, they stay with that team their whole career or until they're completely washed. And that trade is just it's one of the worst. It's got to be one of the worst trades in like the history of sports. Honestly, I know that's not an over exaggeration considering the context, the player, and the team that he got traded from, and the team they traded him to. He was how old was he? He was 26, coming off a 7-WAR season where he finished eighth in MVP. He had MVP the year before that, and they were just like, "See ya," because they didn't want to pay him money. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I know.
I know you. I'm sure you think about that a lot, but it's just
Yeah,
it's
I
ridiculous.
know. Dude, that 2018 team was so fucking good, dude.
He's gonna go in the Hall of Fame with like Dodgers cap. How does that feel?
Isn't that good?
Yeah,
But I bet most people think of him more as a Dodger now at this point.
especially in the end, they will. Yeah. I mean, now he's 2 rings with the Dodgers, so
Yeah, I'll tune into the Red Sox next year. Nah, probably not. Crochet is on the bump tonight, I believe.
yep. I'm
Um,
think hopefully next year when you guys are still out of it at the deadline, we'll take Crochet off your hands.
dude, didn't we just pay him? Oh yeah, maybe we need to trade away more another really good
Yeah,
player
you guys
though.
can't afford him. Yeah,
Yeah, probably not. All
he's
right,
so good.
let's
By the
move
way,
on.
I
Let's
was
move
right.
on.
Just so you know, I said this year that he's going to become one of the best, like the best pitcher in the league this season, and it has happened. So that's cool.
That's good. I hadn't heard of him. I hadn't heard of him.
You
Oh
were
yeah.
locked in the White Sox.
Next topic, baby. New York Knicks. Give me. I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Um, I mean, I'll just talk quick. Obviously, it's been a while since we got eliminated. I'll just talk quick about that. Like, we did not deserve to win that series. Obviously, it's pretty simple. Um, I think Game One is like one of the worst experiences I've ever had as a sports fan. It's the only thing I'm ever going to remember from the series. I I still don't think we would have won the series even if we won Game One in the end. But that happening the way that it did, it's unreal. It's unreal what happened in that game. I can't even believe that they like came back to force a Game Six after that. I would have just been like so dejected. Like I would not have been able to even like
Dude, it's
play.
Brunson, bro.
I know.
Like the way like I know it. Dude, I hate the players, the saturation of the like players only meetings and the shit getting linked
Yeah.
or whatever. It's like so annoying. But to me, it works, bro. Like I
Yep.
think Brunson is
Especially when
like
like
a
the
true
people
leader.
actually the people in the locker room like obviously really do trust his voice and all that. So that matters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just that was a tough one. That was one of the worst games I've ever had to watch as a sports fan. So everything after that, I think I
You
was so
couldn't
like
believe it, bro. I
I
got
was so gutted by that game that I think honestly all the games like I didn't feel that upset when we got eliminated. Like I don't know, it was a really weird that game just like ended everything for me. It was so
Game
rough.
6 wasn't like a really close game, right?
We were down by 2 at halftime and they went on a big run in the third quarter and kind of kept it around 15 for the rest of the game.
Yeah. You watched the final buzzer?
Yeah. I wanted to do some Pacome Daddy Tyler Kolek scouting for next year in the last couple minutes when they came in.
Dude, there's no way.
I hope the Bucks were scouting too for the Giannis trade.
Okay, we'll
Okay, so
okay.
coaching search. We've talked about this on text a bit. There's kind of like there's three types of
Wait,
hires.
wait. First, you can just want to confirm you're happy that Tibbs is gone.
Yes, I felt sad when it happened just because there's a level of like stability and like comfort that comes with Tibbs, like knowing the types of things he's going to say in a press conference. Our like GM never does any like public facing speaking or anything like that. So Tibbs essentially like has been the spokesperson for the team also for the past 5 years.
Why
He's
doesn't
done
your
a really
GM
good.
ever talk?
Our GM has not done a media availability in 6 years.
Why?
He just doesn't do it.
Who is
Um,
it?
Leon Rose, he used to like be the head of CAA agent, this NBA agency.
Do you like
But
him?
anyways,
I mean, he makes pretty good moves, I guess. So.
yeah, I like him. But yeah, so I think that I'm more just like nervous for the unknown of like just being able to like know what Tibbs is going to say before and after a game, like all that stuff. It's just like was calming to not have that as like a variable. So I am happy that he's gone. I think it's the right move for the team. Like we said, he's like he was the third longest tenured coach, and he obviously had never won a ring or anything. So I think that the way it kind of works in the NBA is if you're not winning a ring
Yeah,
in five
especially
years, you're
if
gone.
once you, it's like getting there to the Eastern Conference Finals was like basically his kiss of death in a way. Because
Yeah.
then it's like, okay, so he can get us there, but he can't break through. And then, I
And
mean,
like yeah, largely like it is unfair. Like he probably did deserve another year, but I also know that I felt pretty confident that with the group of players that we have, and which seems like 90% that that's going to be the group of players we have going into next season, he's not the right coach for them. Like his scheme does not fit around what those guys do, and we need a
yeah,
different team, a different coaching.
I'll give you credit too. You even while you guys were in the middle of like a very good playoff run, you were always
I did say that. I mean,
gone. You
dude,
were
we
always
ran
out.
out like we didn't change our starting lineup all year. It was a negative net rating for the
This is
entire
my
season.
thing, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And then I feel and it's also like I mean it's probably an impossible situation to be a NBA head coach because yes I agree I don't know why those like who was that guard right
DeLon Wright,
I had never heard of him
really?
I swear to
He's been
God
around.
never heard of him and he like play like all of a sudden Tibbs is going to him in like key minutes and stuff
Yeah.
which I do agree that it is weird and then on the flip side us like stupid NBA fans will be like well, first we'll say I can't believe he like switched it up in the most important time, even though he's had all his success doing this other stuff. But then on the flip side, the fans will be like, I can't believe he didn't make any adjustments after they did all this stuff. Um, so I can see it both ways.
Like, dude, in the playoffs, here are the five most used 5-man lineups. Number five is OKC's starting lineup, which actually only has a 4.7 net rating. Number four is Minnesota's starting lineup, which has a 17 plus 17 net rating. Number three is the Pacers starting lineup, which has a plus 15 net rating. Number two is Denver's starting lineup, which has a plus 11 net rating. And number one, by 50 minutes, is our starting lineup, which had a minus 6 net rating. Like,
Oof.
it's just not the vibe.
So
So yeah,
what was it? Just Mitch?
what do you mean?
Why was it? Why? How are you winning games and not having your starter win
We would
minutes?
go down by 20, like against you guys, and then Mitch would play, and then we would just mix and match for the rest of the game, and it would work. Pretty much every single lineup that had either Deuce or Mitch in for any other starters was working.
Dude, I have been on the Deuce wave since game one of this NBA season. He
I've
hit
always been on the
every
wave.
single three, and
He was the only one that showed up to that game.
bro, I know.
Yeah, he's
Dude, it
good.
was
I hope he
butter
starts
every
next
single
year.
time.
Yeah, I hope
It
he
was
starts
butter.
next year.
I've been on the Deuce wave. Yeah, you guys got to play him more,
Yeah.
or we should trade
So
for
yeah,
him.
so for the new coach, there's three kind of options. There's hire a unknown assistant coach from a team like the Thunder or the Heat or like a team like that. There's hire a fired coach who's been around the block, like Mike Budenholzer or Mike Malone or I guess all Mikes, Mike Brown, Frank Vogel, one of those. Or there seems to be the option of just go steal a coach from another team that's really good, which I don't
Dude,
really understand how that's going to
dude,
work, but
it's
that seems to be what
crazy.
we're trying to do.
I see all these tweets. It's like Chris Finch, like what? Like what are the noted like better NBA, probably top I don't know 6 NBA coach. Dude, you know where he went to college?
No,
Franklin and Marshall in PA.
did
Small
he
little
play there?
Ivy school. Kind of weird. It's like him and like it's weird how some of these coaches. That's the Abe Waldazozia.
You're good. That was a good
That's,
pronunciation.
that's how you say it, right? Do you know how to
Yeah.
say it?
Nope.
No, me either. Yeah, Brad Stevens went to DePaul.
Yeah.
No, not DePaul. DePaul in Indiana. Yeah, little
But
tangent
yeah,
there.
I mean, I love Chris Finch. I love Ime Udoka. So
Dude,
I don't think at
Emma
all.
is a dream. You just gotta neuter him though. You
Yeah,
can't. You gotta spade him.
yeah, I
Um,
could.
You okay? Last thing, Deuce McBride. Um, here, let's talk. Drew for him straight up. Drew for him in a second.
Wait,
You're the,
what side am I?
you're the Knicks.
No,
I'm the Celtics.
I'm not
Come
trading
on, we can do
Deuce
a
McBride.
handshake agreement today,
I'm not trading Deuce McBride who makes $3 million for Drew
dude.
Holiday's $50 million contract.
Dude, well, I'll give you money. I'll give you
I'm good. I'm
for
good.
cash considerations. Cash considerations.
We'll give you a DeLon Wright for him.
Dude, trust me, I don't want that guy. I don't want that guy anywhere near my team. Okay.
He's probably a
Um,
good start for you guys next year after what it's going to look like after the purge.
I'm excited for the Jaylen Brown season.
Yeah, it's going to be ups and downs.
Oh, mostly downs for sure. I
What's
did this
over
will also
under
be eye opening
over
to see if
under
Joe Mazzulla is actually a good coach.
over under 26.5 points per game for Jaylen Brown next year?
I think I would still go under.
Me too.
26 and a half is a lot.
Yeah, how many guys do you think
I mean,
average?
that's what like Ant averaged, I feel like.
That's yeah. Brunson averaged 26. So
Wait, really?
yeah, yeah. One, two, six guys averaged more than that last year.
Let me guess.
Yep.
Um, Sh- Shy,
Yep.
Tatum.
Yep.
I can't believe Brunson didn't.
Well, he was 30 the year before, but his shots were way down last year.
Um, Steph didn't.
Mm-mm.
Does Luca count? Did he even?
No, no.
This is kind of hard. I don't think Ant did.
Ant did.
Giannis.
Yep.
That's three.
That's yeah. No, that's four.
Shy, Tatum, Ant, Giannis. Jokic.
Yep.
That's five.
You're not gonna get this one, I don't think.
Give me the West or the East.
West.
Not Levine.
Mm-mm.
Um, were they a playoffs team?
No.
Not AD. Who?
KD.
Oh fuck! I should. Yeah. How many did he average?
26.6.
Damn. Where's KD gonna go?
Man, I don't know.
New York.
I can't really decide if I want him or not.
Where dreams are made of. All right, yeah. Are you getting Giannis?
I don't know. I don't think so, but there's a lot of talk.
There is a lot of discourse.
I don't
I mean,
think
that's
that we
also
can get
New
him
York.
unless,
Like you guys are linked to every single.
but like, I don't think we can get him unless he's like, I want to go there, and the Bucks are like, we will send you there because you are the best thing that's ever happened to our franchise. Other than that, I just don't see how our offer is going to be the best offer when we have no draft picks to give them.
You don't have any picks.
I think we have one.
This
We
is
could give
the.
her-
I think I've talked about it with you. This is the Giannis dilemma, the trade dilemma, because
right.
they're going to need
They don't
picks.
want our
They're
picks.
gonna need picks from a team that has Giannis. They're not going to be
Yeah.
high draft picks because Giannis obviously raises the floor.
So that's why, like, maybe it could be like a lot of teams are talking about like a three-team trade where like we trade Cat somewhere, they give us Giannis, and then they get draft picks for from the team that gets Cat. But I just it seems too complicated to work out. Like, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
again, it's a lot of smoke. I think
after the Luca shit, yeah, it seems like anything can
the
happen.
fact that we're so interested in Jason Kidd, and I know like how Giannis like credits a lot of what happened in his career to Jason Kidd's development for him. Like that seems very specific and random for it to not have a connection. But I'm not expecting us to get him, and I'm fine with that.
Cat's gone though.
I don't think so unless Giannis comes in. Dude, I want to keep Cat.
Big prayer.
I want to make it work with him. I like him.
Yeah,
He's
he
like
was
a good.
kind of bad in the playoffs.
He just like was what I expected him to be.
Yeah,
Like, he averaged 22 and 12 on efficient shooting and played pretty bad defense. That's
yeah.
just
The
kind of
double
what I-
double just was a lock in every single bet. I mean,
Yeah, you were
in the
hitting that
playoffs.
every day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to keep Cat, but if it's for Giannis, sure, like I'll send anyone minus Brunson for Giannis. But
Also, I want to know your opinion on the news that you guys tried to trade for KD at the deadline.
yeah, it's kind of a weird one because I'm glad that no names were mentioned.
I'm shocked it didn't get leaked earlier. And that hasn't been leaked. Who you guys had on
Right.
the
I
table?
mean, it was either Towns or OG. It was probably OG, which
I
I
don't
don't
think you
think
should want KD.
I would not trade OG for KD. It's like 10 years of age difference, and like I don't know, like yeah, KD and Brunson seems cool, but it's also like
I'm back in. You guys should trade for KD.
uh, if it's like Bridges, I could get behind it, which would be so weird if they
Yeah,
got traded for each other again.
yeah.
Because KD's just like supercharged Bridges, but I don't know. I just
Did they ever play together? No, they were always like swapped
no,
back
they
and
traded
forth,
for each
right?
other.
Between the Suns, then the Nets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll see. I don't know. I I think a lot of Knicks fans seem to think that like we are going to make some sort of big move, whether it's KD or Giannis or um, someone. But I think if we got a coach that I felt comfortable with, I would feel pretty good about running back the roster with minor changes and a new coach.
Yeah.
But of course, if we trade for KD or Giannis, like I'll get super excited about it because that's cool to have them on your team regardless.
Dude, the Celtics, we haven't really ever, and I guess it's always because we end up getting these franchise play. Well, did we trade for KG or did we get
Yeah,
him
you
in
did
free
from
agency?
Minnesota.
We
You traded for
traded
him.
for him. So yeah, we've never really gotten a free agent. I guess that's always because we draft. We like in the last 25 years, we've pretty much drafted our franchise players. I guess Ray Allen to begin a trade maybe from
Oh, you
Milwaukee.
traded for him as well
Oh, how do you know this?
because that's how you guys assembled this whole the team.
Yeah, but that was we did that in like we were in diapers.
Yeah, but I know my history.
Dude, I forgot you know ball. Um, yeah, we haven't really gotten a free agent. Like when KD and AD were free agents, we were like, oh,
But that's
but
also because like you guys are consistently really good, which means that you consistently have players who make a lot of money, which means you don't have cap space.
yeah, that's true.
Like we always have cap space because we're always terrible.
Yeah, well, good for you for knowing ball and understanding how cap space works, because
Yeah,
I will never.
I know you don't understand, but I can explain things to you.
Yeah.
One thing I can explain to you is that the Knicks and Celtics cannot trade Deuce McBride for Drew Holiday because that does not work under the cap.
See, I didn't know that. I'm so serious. I didn't think about that. That didn't even enter my brain.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Okay. Um, Next, what do you? Did the East is wide open, dude?
Yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, it seems like it's gonna be Knicks cap spacers are like gonna be the three. I'm sure either like the Magic or the Celtics or someone will like be a good contender up there, but probably not.
Dude,
It's gonna be those
trust
three.
me, the Magic are
They're trash.
dude, so ass.
But yeah, I
Um,
mean, I think that there's like I think we could run it back and like be the favorites to win the most amount of games in the East next season even, which is kind of crazy.
no, I think the Cavs will.
Probably.
They're the Cavs,
They're gonna
man.
fall off though a little,
Were
aren't
they
they?
just hurt?
No. I mean, yeah, I guess, but everyone's hurt, you know.
I think
I just
we're.
like refuse to believe that the injury that took Darius Garland out of the game would have like prevented Jalen Brunson or Jason Tatum or Anthony Edwards from playing.
You think Garland's? You call Garland soft?
A little. Or
Dude,
maybe they
well,
just thought that they had that series and they didn't need to play him. Obviously, that wasn't the
wait,
case. They lost in five, but
damn.
not really. He's fake. He only played like 10 games and then he left.
He's a one and done.
Well, he like tore his meniscus and then he like left to train for the draft.
Smart.
What could have been? He played 5 games.
um, okay, so finals or bust next season?
Um, I think if we ran it back with a new coach and we made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and lost again,
Big Purr is gone.
that's tough, man. I think it's finals in the next 2 seasons or bust. If we lost in the ECF next year to like a really good Cavs team in a different fashion than we lost this year, I could be like, okay, this is
Dude, I'm getting so far ahead of myself, but you really sold me on the idea of the Celtics next season and just being spoiler. To
oh,
be a
yeah,
U or the pay or like one of the teams who are like
it'll be so
favored
fun.
to go to the finals and beating them in a series
And if you
would
lose, it's
just be
whatever.
yeah. God, that would be just fantastic.
And like, of course, you always like want like having championship expectations is a blessing and a curse, of course. But like,
It's
Being able to
I
like
don't
not.
enjoy you don't enjoy basketball games though.
I did not enjoy any Knicks game.
Dude, they're so miserable.
It was horrible.
They're so miserable, dude. Um, okay. You want to move to NFL? There's not that much.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this. I'm getting mocked right now.
Wait, what happened to him?
Chris Ballard put out a hit on him and just refused to give him an offensive lineman, and he almost died multiple times of game
Yeah,
injuries.
true.
I mean, like literally almost died.
Yep.
A lacerated kidney? What the fuck is that? That's what. Yeah. Um. Anthony Richardson's hurt.
Yeah.
It's over. It's just a wrap. I mean, like there was a chance that it would have. I mean, there's always like a little chance, just because at least he would be getting reps, and that's clearly
So who do you think starts week 1?
obviously Daniel Jones,
I still don't think so.
brother.
There's no reason for them to do that.
They're gonna. There was no reason to bench Anthony Richardson last year. I think Shane Steichen hates Anthony Richardson. I mean, he barely
Oh,
has
you
had.
drafted him.
Yeah, I don't care. And then he's like, "Fuck, I'm fucked up."
I think Richardson starts week 1.
I don't think so. I hope so. I pray so. I hope.
I hope he's playing that game that we go to.
Oh, yeah. I don't
What's
think
that?
he
Like
would be.
that's like week 3, right?
Yeah, it is week 3.
He'll be playing that game.
No, he won't, dude. Gun to my head. Gun to your head. Is he playing week 3?
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Dude, I hope you're no ball.
I think he's gonna play
Where's
until
your shirt?
it's an Indy 500 shirt. Ella got it for me. She went.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who won? Some Italian guy?
No, the Alex Below wins every week.
Where's he from?
Spain.
Don't care. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Anthony Richardson's hurt though, and he's gonna miss all of OTAs, and it's the
Yep.
same AC joint that he had surgery on his rookie year.
Maybe he hurts it all the time because he's so inaccurate that he throws it like unconventionally. But if he
So,
was more accurate, he'd stay healthy.
so this is what I'm
You
hoping.
think he should just
Instead
try
of,
being more accurate?
well, maybe it's gonna hurt him a little bit to throw as hard as he usually does, so he's not gonna overthrow his receivers as much. That's what I'm hoping.
Being hurt will help him because he can't throw the ball too far.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Um,
Dude, but did you know that he's actually still younger than
Dude, I like every single one of those tweets. It's like
is he younger
the meme of the
younger than
seniors
Cam
in like
Ward or
Vegas.
something? Yeah.
That's me. That's me with all the Haliburton tweets too. Those are pretty good.
He's 3 days older than Cam Ward.
That's crazy. Is he younger than Shadizi? I think
No,
they're born in the
Shador's
same
younger.
month.
Shador's younger than Cam Ward, I think. Oh, yeah, he's 3 months. Oh no, he's younger than Shador.
Anthony Richardson is.
Yeah.
Dude, why did we draft a fucking 21-year-old or whatever? I love him, but like he's never gonna play another fucking game, bro.
All right,
I,
I want to, let's do a little trivia here.
also,
Anthony
dude,
Richardson.
it's weird. Anthony Richardson would probably be the worst backup of all time. It's
All
like
right, here's
he's
some
the
trivia.
complete opposite of what you want in like a one of those guys that
Anthony
can just
Richardson
make easy passes.
has started 15 games in the league now. Okay,
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry.
he started 15 games so far.
Yeah,
First of all, what do you think his record is in his 15 starts?
7 and 8.
8-7. Okay. What do you think his touchdown to interception ratio is?
So total, how many touchdowns does he throws, and total, how many picks has he thrown?
Yeah, because he's essentially played. I know he's
Yeah,
come out of a couple games, but he's played close to a full season.
yeah. 13 to 13.
11 touchdowns, 13 interceptions.
Damn, that was pretty close.
That's pretty good. How many yards per game do you think he averages?
Throwing
Yeah,
or a complete total?
throwing.
Oh, 105.
159.
That's more than I
Last
thought.
year, he led the league in one stat. What do you think it was? And it's not a bad stat. It's not really a good stat either. It's just kind of medium.
Um, Uh, throwing like the depth of throws.
Close. Yards per completion. He was first. Sorry, yards per completion. He was first by over a yard.
Um,
Gets that ball downfield.
yeah. Um,
Sometimes too far.
Also, dude, I've just seen more and more stats. I don't know, like I said it, and it was copium at the time as well. But dude, just it was like historically bad how his receivers dropped balls for him in this season. Like by far the most dropped catchable balls like in the league. It was
Mm.
sad. Um, but yeah, I mean, obviously he has to be better. Well, he's not gonna play again, so that sucks. What do I do with my Anthony Richardson jersey?
Any chance Arch wears number 5?
No, but hopefully it'll be 16. I like him 16. He can't
Yeah.
wear 18, or can he? Be Peyton.
Mm,
I don't
you think
think he
Peyton?
can.
I don't think Peyton would let him.
I don't think. I don't know. Do NFL really retire jerseys?
I mean, his jersey's definitely retired, right?
I don't know. Like it was like his LTs.
Yeah. Because remember Abdul Carter was like, I want to wear
That's
it,
what I
and
was asking. Well, I didn't know if it was just out of respect for LT or if it was straight
no,
up
no,
retired. Dude, that was the stupidest. No, just
that was crazy. That was a whole
dude. Who
strange
does he?
saga.
Is he like stupid? Just doesn't like
Yeah,
doesn't watch sports.
but it's good. I want my edge rusher to be a little bit slow up there.
Dude,
Edge rusher and receiver, you want them to.
you know how like Miles Garrett reads poetry and
Yeah,
shit. You think he actually is that like a fake smart guy?
yeah.
It's like
I
Aaron
think he
Rodgers.
is smart though. Like I've
Aaron
heard that.
Rodgers is the most fake smart guy of all time for the stupidest individuals on earth.
Yeah.
um, but maybe
Yeah.
he'll come on the pod. You think we have a chance?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron
Insane.
Rodgers at long last.
Yeah.
They'll
Um,
be are they going to be fine?
did you know he threw the second most passes, so pass attempts last year?
It's not surprising. They were
That's
down
not
every game.
surprising.
They were losing in every game.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you know that he had a 28-11 touchdown interception ratio? He had a good season.
Dude,
Yeah, he
you know Gary Brackett, your
no
ball knower.
no.
It's kind of dope.
They
Grand
might be all right.
opening,
They
looking
might be all
slow.
right next season.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be okay. The NFL used to use Baden footballs.
I guess so.
That's crazy. Um, yeah, my dad had some cool shit down here. Yeah, the Steelers will be okay. Uh,
I mean, he won't be worse than whoever their quarterbacks were last year. And what were they last year? 9-8.
I think they went 10-7 ended up.
Yeah, they went 10-7. So yeah, they'll probably go 10-7 again.
Yeah. Anything else NFL?
Not really. Just a lot of Jackson Dart propaganda happening right now.
Yeah, I saw one. It was just like, wow, what a good guy. He already has handshakes with the running backs. Cool, dude. Thank God. You really got, yeah, you got a good one. You got a good one. You got your
Scadaboo
good
seem like they're best friends. So
Yeah. Wait, who?
Scadaboo.
Oh, God. That. What do you think they talk about?
I don't want to say.
Did they, Jackson Dart looks like the most douchebag of douchebag of all time. But you like him. You like him.
I like him. All his teammates seem to love him, so that's cool.
They went to his birthday party?
It's all as far as I know, they did.
Okay. That's good. It's June. Baseball. It's happening.
Baseball is occurring. You
Corbin,
have something to
did
say
you hear
about those.
how Corbin Burns is getting Tommy John?
So
What is he? He's like the most paid pitcher, isn't he? The highest paid pitcher. Is that not true?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm pretty sure that's true, yeah. I'm making sure
Uh,
you're up to date.
Yeah, this is really bad that this is happening because
Are the
no one
Diamondbacks
pays.
good? How did the
No,
Diamondbacks go to the World Series?
Devil Magic.
That has to be the least watched World Series of all time.
Diamondbacks Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like really bad for baseball because no one ever pays pitchers over the age of 30 anyways, and the Diamondbacks were like, we will do it. and they did it, and he's been doing really well, and now he's going to be out for like a year and a half, and now everyone's going to be even more scared off to pay these guys. So not great. More
Um,
evidence that you should just find pitchers off the street and invest in offense because they don't get hurt.
really? But dude, in
Also,
the playoffs, like you
dude, in the
can't
playoffs,
win.
starters go like 4 innings anyway. The Dodgers had two starting pitchers last year, and they won the World Series.
Yeah, but you need a bullpen.
Yeah, you can get bullpen. I'm not saying don't
Off
pay
the
bullpen.
street. I feel like the
Yeah,
Red
you can
Sox.
get bullpen.
No. Although, dude, Chapman is so good.
He's very good. He's still throwing. He's still throwing the cheddar, right?
Yeah, good guy too. I heard.
Yeah, I've heard good things about him.
Good dude. Good dude. What
I'll take him.
does MLB have the worst players morally and of all the major sports leagues?
No, it's got to be NFL.
Is it? Probably. I feel like NFL they like actually murder people.
Yes,
Well, Ray Lewis. No, Ray Lewis is clean.
and NFL once a year they like get in high speed accidents on the highway.
Georgia football isn't quite NFL, but yeah.
So
But yeah,
yeah,
this one
I
is
would
NFL.
say it's NFL, but MLB. I feel like MLB's been pretty good lately though. There hasn't been that much,
Yeah.
don't you think? Like at least as far as I know, there was the Dodgers pitcher Julio Urias, but
Yeah. That's the guy with the rec specs.
yeah,
Yeah.
not a great guy.
What did he do?
Google it.
Did he
A
rape?
couple. He had multiple infractions too. Safe to say he will never be playing in the league again.
Really?
Oh no, he's like he gone
Domestic violence?
a couple times.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Dude, so this base can I just walk you through this
sure.
Red Sox game? So it was making news just because Sedane, how do you say his name? Sedane Rafaela.
Don Rafaela, yeah.
It's a cool name. He hit the shortest walk-off home run of all time. But
Yes.
dude, let me take you through this box score. So it was Giolito. Is Giolito the worst pitcher on earth?
Yeah, he's not great.
He's very, very bad. Top of the first, 0 outs. The Angels go up 4-0. Bottom of the first, the Sox come back. It's 5-4 going into the second. We put Giolito back out there. He gives up 3 immediately. It's 7-5 at that point. And then it stays 7-5 until the bottom of the second. The Red Sox tie it up again at 7-7.
Yep.
Then in the fifth, the Angels go up 8-7. Stays like that until the bottom of the seventh, 8-8. The Red Sox tie it up. And the eighth, the top of the eighth, Angels go up 9-8. Bottom of the eighth, Sox tie at 9-9. And then the Rafaela walk off in the bottom of the ninth. But it was just like I was watching at work and just watching Giolito go out there to start the second, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, he's pretty washed. So is Walker Buehler.
He pitched last night.
I
Got
saw.
smoked. Yeah, yeah. Also, dude, thank you for telling me to trust the faith with Devers. He is
Yeah, bro, that was too much. He's
so good, dude. It was crazy. Every single game, it was like 3 Ks,
I
and
know. He's the same player every year. He's also leading the league in walks now. He almost has as many walks this year as he had last year.
I said, dude, that was just the eye test when I'm like, he's starting to do pretty good today. I'm like,
Devers is a goat.
yeah, Devers is a goat. It's just also it's so cool how he plays with an obscene amount of tobacco in his lip at all times.
Yes.
That's cool.
Crazy. He's so young. He's 28 still. He's in his 9th season.
We'll probably trade him next year. The what is Roman Anthony? A first baseman?
He's an outfielder.
Oh,
But it's good that you guys haven't called him up
Who's
yet.
our
He's really
other-
not doing well enough in AAA.
what is he? Is he hitting like 300?
Yep.
I've seen like 3 walk-off home runs this year or some shit.
Yep.
Cool. Who's the other guy that we got coming up soon?
Well, you just called up Marcelo Meyer.
Oh yeah, I see him.
He was first home run yesterday.
Nice. He's hitting
pretty good.
188.
Yeah, he's not playing well, but he's good. He's good.
How old is he? He's third.
He's 22 years old.
Okay. Yeah, he's good.
Christian
I like
Campbell has
him.
been horrible, so that's awesome.
Yeah, he started off so high and he's been horrible.
Yeah, I think they might send him down, honestly, at some point.
What?
He's been
Oh my
really
God, he's
bad
hitting 222. 220 now.
with like no power at all.
Dude, why does he look like that too?
He's so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, last 28 days, he's hitting 139.
That's actually not very good.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you gonna watch game two for the finals?
I'll watch fourth quarter.
Dude, man, that's
I'm
probably
just telling the
smart.
truth. I'm just being honest.
It's crazy though. Yeah, I
Tomorrow
guess.
I'm going to Bowling Green to play golf with my dad.
Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Yeah,
Why are you going all the way there just to play golf?
he knows some dude at the course, so he's getting a free deal.
How long is that drive? Like an hour?
Yeah.
That's cool. You ever go to Bowling Green games?
No, but I used to work at the Bowling Green Hot Rod Stadium.
Yeah, there's a minor league.
Yeah.
Does Nashville have a minor league team?
Yeah, Nashville Sounds. It's the
Who
Brewers
are
AAA.
the Brewers? Are they AAA? Oh, you said AAA. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Um, that's good, man. All right, well,
So you got
hey,
you
it
got a
was a
hot take for me?
pleasure. Oh, yes, I do. Thank you so much for reminding me. Let me close with my bad take. That's not a bad take. Jane Daniels is going to be bad next year.
How bad? Tell
Like,
me a quarterback who's
obviously,
going to be better than him.
huh?
Tell me a quarterback who's going to be better than him.
Daniel Jones, no. um,
Brock Purdy?
yeah.
Okay. What's their
I
record going
also
to be?
like Purdy, though. Geno Smith is going to be better than
Okay.
him.
What's their record going to be?
Not that good.
Below 500? Less than 10
They
wins?
might not make the playoffs.
Okay. I like this take. You think it's too much gas, you thinking?
There's too much glaze, dude. There is too much glaze. And also, I don't know. I mean, like it happened with Stroud. I'm also just not that high on Stroud. It's good that he doesn't turn the ball over, but to me, he like doesn't.
Ugh, but Jaden runs though. Like it's so hard for a running quarterback to like have such a fall off. I don't know.
Yeah, he might just beat Lamar.
I,
Dude,
I, I
I love
I'm
Lamar
open
so
to this
much.
take. I'm open to this take.
I did. Also, I think I just love Lamar. I'm just still thinking about the times when nobody wanted to sign Lamar Jackson when he was a
Yeah,
free
the
agent.
Falcons were like, we're not going to give up a first round pick to trade for him. I was like,
Dude,
what if?
the Colts. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah,
It's
he literally
insane, dude. He
could
would
have
look
had him.
so
Like
good.
any team could have had him.
I know.
That's crazy. That never happens with the top quarterback like
How
that.
how I don't I just don't understand it at all. Like I'm not a smart football player or a football person, and I could have told anyone that. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
What's your bad take?
My bad take is actually just an amazing take, and that they like need to immediately outlaw fouling up three.
Just
Uh,
because so you can get buzzer beaters and stuff?
it just like ruins late game basketball. It's
Yeah.
horrible, and I don't really see any reason why they wouldn't outlaw it. Like, I guess you could say like, well, just don't be down by three. But like, dude, like when there's 6 seconds left and a coach calls a timeout, like
Yeah.
that's like one of the most exciting times of basketball, and it's just like has been completely ruined.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. Why didn't they do it before?
I honestly have no idea.
How did it take us this long to figure
Yeah,
this
it
out?
seems like we just discovered this like 2 years ago,
Yeah, yeah. Um
and like some
also
teams still don't do it.
I've heard that for this like foul baiting stuff, especially like because more people watch these
Yeah,
teams like like a Brunson or a Shy,
yeah,
and who are like the best foul baiters in the league. We got to do something to police it, and I think it just starts with okay, if you get tricked, a ref like let's say Brunson or Shy like goes down and they barely touch, and the ref's like, oh shit, I got tricked, dude. Then just like don't call fouls on them the rest of the game, like, and then they'll stop foul baiting initially because they need to get actual calls.
yeah. I mean, it's
Because those are so different than the like a Giannis who is always at the line. But dude, that's because he's literally unguardable, you know? But Shy and Brunson are going to the line because they're so good at manipulating the ref's eyes
okay.
and
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna roast my guy here a little bit. I don't know if I said this before. There's like a large difference between what Brunson does and what Shy does. Shy drives more than like any other player in the league, and so
Dude, that
he's
was
gonna
my
get
thing
more
with the
calls.
Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I mean, I'll hate anything that the Timberwolves do, but they're like, I can't believe this. I'm like, dude, and game one especially, they got smoked or whatever, and dude, the Timberwolves are like, we didn't get a free throw in like the first half. I'm like, you guys shot
Well,
33s.
this is the Celtics thing too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, this is my thing. And everybody, I hate the Lakers, but the everyone complains of the Lakers. I'm like, dude, because they drive every single time.
yeah.
Obviously, they're gonna get
So
fouled.
yeah, SGA like definitely has a great whistle, but he also drives way more than any other player. Brunson, his foul baiting goes 94 feet. Like he's doing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in the backcourt. So to me, like the Brunson stuff needs to be outlawed.
And it's
Brunson,
it's
like
off ball stuff too with Brunson. You know,
yeah, and it's just like
he'll
dude,
shove
like
he'll shove like on the off ball to make a cut, and then he'll get tapped on the wrist, and I'm
and
like,
I'm just
ah,
like, dude, in the middle of the third quarter, Brunson, and when Osar Thompson is guarding you full court, I know that you can get a foul call on him in the backcourt. But I also know that you can just dribble the ball up the court and like start the offense and not turn the ball over. And he's choosing to do one over the other, and that's the stuff that needs to be outlawed to me. I agree.
dude, and it's just don't call it. Like, and then he'll
He'll stop
stop
doing it
dominating.
because he can just dribble the
Yes,
ball up the court.
exactly.
He's able to
And,
do that.
or just like in the regular season, stop calling
Stop
fouls
calling
on
it.
him, even if it is a
Yeah.
foul, and then be like, okay, how do I get a whistle back? Maybe don't obviously foul bait and then like
Yeah,
touch
it's
and
tough.
stick the
I
roof.
mean, the problem is it's tough because like individual like obviously those guys are doing it more, but like where is the line? Like what is if like one guy's doing it one time per game, but Brunson's doing it four times a game? Like should that one guy get the call the one time a game, but Brunson
Yeah,
doesn't do
yeah.
it? It's just
I
it's
mean,
tough.
it's
But
an impossible arbitrary thing
yeah,
to actually
and
happen.
it's literally all James Harden's fault. So
Yeah,
we can blame him for all of that.
yeah,
Yeah, stop fouling
yeah,
at three. Get rid of it.
and stop. Yeah, the
And
thought
stop
that
calling Tyrese Haliburton a top seven player.
also the okay. Sorry, just the thought. Yeah, for real. The Tatum when like Tatum was always in these foul bait conversations because he always does this, but he is going up like it's even
Yeah.
if it's not a real shot, he is getting hit on the arm.
Yes.
He obviously exaggerates it, but the Brunson and the Shy, like you top them, they go down, and
It's not the
the
same.
head, bro, the fucking that
I'm
boy.
sorry, but the Brunson thing is just different than anyone else. I love
It's
him,
so
but
bad.
it's not
Yeah.
the same.
I feel like Brunson was getting away with the discourse too, and it does go to like on the playoffs, everybody's
Yeah, of
watching,
course.
but dude, he was getting away with this shit for way too long, you know.
And Shy does the head thing as well that Brunson does. But I mean, dude, Brunson's doing it like guarded by TJ McConnell like 93 feet away from the basket.
Dude, and like it's so stupid because the way Brunson plays is he's like the OG, he's like Isaiah Thomas. I say this all the time. He walks
Yeah.
so Brunson could run. Like
He's like
he's
the deepest
playing low
bag
to
in
the
the
ground
league.
and putting his shoulder
Yeah.
so hard into these defensive guys, and
Yeah.
then he gets touched. Dude,
Also, I'm just like Brunson, like you literally have like the deepest bag in the entire league. Like you do not need
yeah,
to be doing
and
this.
he's so strong. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. Okay,
it's rough.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
No, yeah, the Brunson stuff it got rough in the playoffs.
That was bad.
Like obviously, like I'm fine with it, and like I don't actually like care that much even when it's happening against me. But yeah,
I mean, dude, it just like makes the product worse.
yeah, that's why the
Dude, I
viewers are
mean,
down.
Shy did a good job. I mean, he barely shot any free throws in the first three quarters. Dude, there was a point where he was at the line every single
I know.
possession for like six straight in the fourth quarter. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's whatever. All right, man. Hey, good talking to you. Let's do it again soon. Maybe game two recap. You can lead it.
Yeah, I'll take notes.
Okay, sounds good, buddy. All right, man.